Hello everyone! In this video, we are going to use the converse of the Pythagorean theorem to determine if a triangle is a right triangle. So the regular Pythagorean theorem says that if we have a right triangle, so we know it's a right triangle, then a squared plus b squared equals c squared. That's if I'm given a right triangle. I already know it's a right triangle. The converse of that is what if I'm given the three sides of any triangle? If those three sides satisfy a squared plus b squared equals c squared, then I know it's a right triangle. If they don't, then it's not a right triangle. So that's how the converse works. So an example of this is, let's say we have a triangle with side lengths 17, 8, and 9. We can use the Pythagorean theorem to determine if this is a right triangle. So let's start by writing our theorem down, which is a squared plus b squared equals c squared. Now, what am I going to use for a, b, and c? The most important thing to note here is that the hypotenuse, I'm just going to write it like that. The hypotenuse is always the longest side of the triangle. Always the longest. So when I'm given three sides, I have to pick out which one is the longest and make sure I use that for C. And the legs, A and B, can be just whatever the smaller two are. So my two smaller legs are 8 and 9. So I'll use those for A and B. So 8 squared plus 9 squared, and the legs are the longest side length is 17, so that's the hypotenuse. It's always the longest side, equals 17 squared. So now I'm going to simplify both sides of the equal sign, and then if they're equal, it's a right triangle. If they're not, it's not a right triangle. So 8 squared is 64. 9 squared is 81, and 17 squared, 17 times 17, is 289. Now I need to simplify the left. 64 plus 81 is 145, and then I have 289 on the right. 145 and 289 are not equal. Those are not the same number. So guess what? This is not a right triangle. It does not satisfy the Pythagorean theorem. If my result came out to be the same, then it would be a right triangle. So that's how you know. Awesome. Have a good one.